बाबर ने अपनी आत्मकथा में लिखा है कि वो बाइसेक्सुअल था।
Finally, the J word is back in news. जिहाद नहीं यार, जिहाद तो रोज का है टीवी न्यूज का। जंग भी नहीं यार, जंग तो रोज चलती है 24/7। I mean, Jeffrey Epstein made it to TV news this week.
हजारों मेम्स बन गई हैं। वो लोग कह रहे हैं कि वो बड़े जो वर्ल्ड लीडर्स है वो उस लपेट में आ गए और मेरा देश, मेरा भारत महान है और मैं डिजिटल इंडिया की बात कर रहा हूँ। मेम्स बन गई हैं।
मेम्स तो बहुत बन रहे हैं मंत्री जी।
भारत का रहने वाला हूँ, भारत की बात सुनाता।
Was Hardeep Puri being a सच्चा देशभक्त by writing to Epstein pitching the India story? Should we praise him because बेचारे पुरी जी डिजिटल इंडिया की बात ही तो कर रहे थे, कोई क्राइम थोड़ा ना किया उन्होंने। क्या बड़ी गलती हो गई अगर एप्स्टीन से बात करी अबाउट हाउ ग्रेट इंडिया इज।
हाय रब्बा, मैनू चकले।
We will answer all these questions in this episode. But before we get into the whole issue, it's important to first understand who Jeffrey Epstein is. Unless you're all living under a rock or you only watch Times Now. Jeffrey Epstein is a convicted sex offender and people knew that since 2008. There are serious allegations of rape, molestation, pedophilia against him. Most of his victims who've come forward say they were 16, 17, 15 when Jeffrey trapped them into a sex racket, groomed them, exploited them, knowing very well that they're too young and desperate and don't know what's good for them. When the police first bust Jeffrey's ring, they were blown away by how intricate and how vast his abuse of young high school girls was. That's just one part of the story, the actual crime that happened. The other part of this story is how the rich and the powerful completely ignored what this guy had done and were friends with him because, well, he was a sort of a fixer. His main talent was to get important people to meet important people who were happy to brush aside things that were known about him, things that were in the public domain. The infamous Jeffrey Epstein Island in the Caribbean, where the US law did not apply, this island was the scene of horrific crimes against women, mostly many of them trafficked, and even minors. Guess what the locals there used to call this island? The Pedo Island. So locals in the Caribbean knew what was happening. They were calling it the pedophile island. But people with all the resources, private secretaries who can do basic Googling for them didn't know what was happening. Everyone's excuse is the same. ओहो, हमें तो पता ही नहीं था। हमको तो पता ही नहीं था ये क्या कर रहा था। बिल गेट्स, बिल क्लिंटन, डोनाल्ड ट्रंप, दीपक चोपड़ा, नेओम चॉम्स्की, लॉर्ड मैंडलसन, ईहुड बराक, प्रिंस एंड्रू, लैरी समर्स. The list is endless. Now, let's be clear. Just because you're mentioned in the emails or you've interacted with the man doesn't mean that you're a pedophile yourself or that you're a sex offender. But at the very least, it means you didn't care about it or that you weren't careful enough to know who you were interacting with. So many people across the world are apologizing for their bad judgment, for being in his company. Even if they're making it clear कि भाई we only met him for meetings, for work, we're not indulging in any sex crimes, we never did what he was doing, but we're sorry we weren't careful enough in our judgment. People who are in power need to have better judgment. That is what the global discourse is all about. Back in India, sorry तो दूर, हमको बोला जा रहा है यार की गल हो गई, की फर्क पैंदा है, तब तो कुछ पता ही नहीं था सानू.
In 2008, he pled guilty, yes, for a charge that he was soliciting the favors of a woman who was underage. That was it.
So, Hardeep Puri says he knew about this 2008 case, but that he had serious doubts about it. What was so doubtful about the case? He literally pleaded guilty for soliciting sex from someone below the age of 18. Here's a 2015 article where Epstein was clearly called a sex offender. And this is at the heart of the current outrage against the rich and the powerful. कि यार, आप लोग एक simple Google नहीं कर सकते थे to know who you're meeting? चलो छोड़ो 2015, cut to 2026 when we know all the gory details of this case. Here's how our minister is talking about it.
एक हमारी member of parliament, a lady member, she took me aside. She said, many of these people are very jealous. मैंने कहा यार कुछ हुआ होता तो मैं बात कराता ना, मैं तो इसी पे रह गया आफ्टर दैट. एनीवे, सो लेट्स ऑन अ सीरियस नोट.
On a serious note, Puri ji, there should only be one note on this whole issue, and that should be a serious note. There's literally no space for a joke here. You're a minister, for God's sake. ये कैजुअली कहना कि मुझे लोग बोल रहे हैं कि पीपल आर जेलस ऑफ मी बिकॉज आई एम मेंशन इन द ईमेल, लेकिन मैं तो बस इंडिया स्टोरी बेचते ही रह गया, मैंने तो कुछ करा ही नहीं. ये कोई बात है कहने वाली? Puri made it clear though that he met Jeffrey through Rod Larson when he was working with the International Peace Institute. Guess how Rod Larson reacted to his name being on the Epstein file. He apologized for a lapse of judgment. There's a police investigation against him and his wife in Norway to make sure what he was up to. That's the seriousness with which countries are approaching this whole issue. People close to Epstein, people mentioned in his emails are being scrutinized, questioned. There's an investigation.
That's on a serious note.
Again, I have to say this clearly, interacting with Epstein doesn't mean कि आप एक sex offender हो, लेकिन आप careless तो हो ना in not knowing who you're interacting with. In the press conference, Puri spoke about 3 of his emails where he's pitching India to Jeffrey, but he carefully didn't speak about other emails where he's asking Epstein if he's back from his exotic island, the same island that locals used to call Pedo Island. He's saying he wants to meet Jeffrey at his house to drop off books. Okay, maybe not this book, but he says he wants to share books with him so that he's excited about India, wants to meet for coffee. He's getting his help to meet people. He says in one email, have fun. Not that you need encouragement from others for it. All this suggests a certain degree of familiarity that deserves to be questioned seriously, not laughed off. But Puri can laugh this off, trash Rahul Gandhi confidently because he knows कि भाई यहाँ पे there'll be many people to laugh along with him.
By the way, here is the really funny thing.
Oh, so funny. What is really funny, Padmaja? Epstein reaches out to Puri for help with a visa for someone else and Puri forwards it to another retired ambassador, and that's just so funny.
These emails are being quoted as a smoking gun of quid pro quo.
Again, Padmaja shows 3 emails. Obviously not the one where Puri is saying Epstein needs no encouragement to have fun. But she shares a really funny visa request. Only she's finding it funny. भाई, इसमें स्मोकिंग गन क्या है? ये बताने के लिए अपने ऑडियंस को. क्या हो गया? इन्वेस्टमेंट ही तो मांग रहे थे हमारे पुरी जी.
The November 13, 2014 email, Hardeep Puri is writing to Jeffrey Epstein and LinkedIn co-founder Reid Hoffman. In this mail, he's basically pitching Make in India to Hoffman and almost cajoling him to visit India and see the country's digital economy boom firsthand. He's basically saying, look, you have co-founded LinkedIn. We've got this digital revolution underway. There is a new government that has been sworn in. Why don't you travel to India and first-hand witness what is happening? Obviously trying to get him to do a little investment as well.
Cajoling him for investment. So sweet, so adarsh. As if this was not enough, Padmaja also explained the very important difference between a pedophile in personal life versus a power broker in professional life.
Jeffrey Epstein was convicted of major crimes like pedophilia, of rape, raping underage girls, all of that. But the fact also is that he had a separate life. Professionally, he was a power broker. But the fact also is...
Thank you, bhai. क्या करते हम without such facts? Now, Puri ji went to all channels giving his सफाई. अर्नब के साथ दिखे, नविका के साथ भी उन्होंने इंटरव्यू दिया, मारिया शकील को इंटरव्यू दिया, अंजना के साथ भी इंटरव्यू. एक मिनट, wait. Anjana didn't do any interview with him because she was busy with something completely different.
बाबर ने अपनी आत्मकथा में लिखा है कि वो बाइसेक्सुअल था. छुट्टियों के दिनों में बाबर ने अपने अंदर एक विचित्र प्रकार के आकर्षण की खोज की थी. मैं बाजार में एक लड़के के लिए पागल हो गया और उसका यह आकर्षण एक महिला के लिए नहीं बल्कि एक पुरुष के लिए था. बाबर शब्दशः लिखता है कि एक बार वो एक बाजार में एक लड़के के लिए पागल और व्याकुल हो उठा और इस लड़के का नाम था बाबरी. बाबर ये भी लिखता है कि इससे पहले तक उसने कभी किसी पुरुष के लिए वैसी भावना महसूस ही नहीं की थी जैसी भावना वो बाबरी नाम के इस लड़के के लिए महसूस कर रहा था.
बाबर एक बाइसेक्सुअल था. याद रख लो भाई, अगले यूपीएससी एग्जाम में काम आएगा. खैर, बैक टू पुरी जी. He ended up on NDTV again with who else but Padmaja. By now, I guess she had realized that Puri ji was actually talking to a pedophile, so she decided to finally ask some relevant questions.
He writes back saying, I was writing you amazing. I spoke to Reid. You reply at 6:17 p.m. and you say, indeed, telepathy, give me a shout when you are back and have fun, not that you require encouragement
That's
from
correct.
others for that.
Yeah.
The Congress is saying this indicates that there
And I
was
knew
some
by that time, 2014, 15, I knew. So what, you have fun means what? It's. I mean, listen, the Congress is capable of anything. Mr. Rahul Gandhi goes on trips to Vietnam.
यहाँ पे पद्मजा ने बोलना चाहिए था. So what if Rahul is going to Vietnam? What's that got to do with this? Obviously that never happened.
But what kind of fun?
I have no clue.
वही तो, you should have a clue. But chalo, let's move on to the next email.
There is one other email that subsequently Jeffrey Epstein writes. This email where you have, he says, your November email with Reid Hoffman and Epstein, you talk about investment in India and the digital boost, etc., which is great.
वही तो यार, none of this is great. और कोई नहीं मिला था to talk about digital India. Meanwhile, पूरी जी तो अपने आप को विजनरी बोल रहे थे.
ये जो चीजें मैं बोल रहा हूँ, डिजिटल इंडिया, मेक इन इंडिया, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस इन द मंथ ऑफ नवंबर 2014. If memory serves me right, these projects started in 2015. So here I was a far-sighted private citizen who knows what kind of work the Modi government is going to do. Far-sighted private citizen.
Hardeep Puri joined the BJP in January 2014. So when he wrote those emails cajoling, pitching India, he was more than just a private citizen. Sure, he was not in the government of India, but he was with the BJP. The Epstein files show Puri met Epstein at his Manhattan townhouse on at least 3 occasions. The meetings took place on February 4, 2015, January 6, 2016 and May 19, 2017. The email interactions between Epstein and Puri are from June 2014 to June 2017. Puri became a minister in the government in September 2017. So yes, there's no interaction of him with Epstein after he became a minister. But he's pretty much talking to him as a BJP member.
आप क्रोनोलॉजी समझ लीजिए.
तो भाई all this deserves more scrutiny. Not just कि भाई वो तो प्राइवेट सिटीजन है, कितने जुझारू नेता हैं हमारे, कब से डिजिटल इंडिया की बात कर रहे हैं एप्स्टीन से. वैसे बात आई प्राइवेट सिटीजन्स की, तो guess who was a private citizen whose chats all of you guys were obsessed with for months.
But Rahul Ishwar, what is this party where everyone is supplying drugs only? Housekeeper is also getting stuff, brother is also getting stuff, Ria is also getting stuff, talent manager is also getting stuff. I don't know what parties you go to, sir. I haven't seen a party like this where from brother to housekeeper everyone is just getting drugs. Is somebody going to get food also? Everyone is getting drugs to this party.
4 महीनों तक तुम लोग दीपिका, रिया की चैट्स के ऊपर उनके पीछे पड़े रहे, हाथ मुंह धो के भाग रहे थे उनके पीछे लिटरली. लेकिन ये एप्स्टीन ईमेल्स में no one has anything to say. No outrage by Navika, Rubika, Padmaja, Arnab. None of them have anything to say except look. बेचारे हमारे नेता इंडिया स्टोरी ही तो पिच करे थे सेक्स ऑफेंडर को, इसमें क्या बड़ी बात है? What's the big smoking gun? Now, beyond Hardeep Puri, there's Anil Ambani's name also that keeps coming up, and there are a series of chats between him and Epstein that deserve some attention. Ambani is positioning himself as Modi's guy. Just 6 weeks before Epstein was convicted, he wrote to Steve Bannon, Modi sending someone to see me on Thursday. On Thursday, logs show that Epstein met Ambani. And on the very same day, Epstein wrote to Steve Bannon saying, really interesting Modi meeting. He won with huge mandate. His guy said that no one in maybe meaning Washington, speaks to him. However, his main enemy is China and their proxy in the region, Pakistan. They will host the G20 in 2022. Totally buys into your vision. So we can't tell who this guy is and if Modi actually sends someone to meet him or not. There's no direct mail between Modi or Jeffrey Epstein. And we can't say for sure if Ambani is lying about being a conduit of Delhi leadership or if there's actually some back channeling happening here. But since the PM's name is being dropped like this, you'd expect something more than a press conference by MEA saying कि भाई ये सब फालतू बातें हैं, सब trash imagination है.
We have seen reports from an email message from the so-called Epstein files that has a reference to the Prime Minister and his visit to Israel. Beyond the fact of the Prime Minister's official visit to Israel in July 2017, the rest of the allusions in the email are little more than trashy ruminations by a convicted criminal which deserve to be dismissed with the utmost contempt.
I want to make this clear again and again ताकि हम पे defamation ना हो जाए, हम पे FIR ना हो जाए. whoever's in touch with Epstein doesn't mean that they're all like Epstein or they were doing the same things that he were doing. Except in Anil Ambani's case, there is a mention of a Swedish blonde, and he does say, arrange that. But we're not saying that the PM or Hardeep Puri or Anil Ambani are guilty of a sex offense. But guess what? The global debate isn't about that. It's about associating with someone who's known to be a criminal. You and I, in our workplace, will be fired for a lot less than this. Heck, आम आदमी तो guilt by association पे ही जेल चले जाते हैं. So why are people in charge of governing us getting away with so little? This is the global context under which many people have apologized for at least a lack of judgment.
That was it.
तो अगर मंत्री जी बोल रहे हो यार मैं पिच्ची तो कर रहा था इंडिया की स्टोरी, तो हमें पूछना चाहिए, मतलब मीडिया को पूछना चाहिए कि और कोई नहीं मिला? हाय रब्बा मैनू चकले. At the very least, journalists, the media should ask this very direct question from the BJP. Only Raddeep Sardesai did this on his show.
What was Anil Ambani doing in those Epstein files, claiming that he was working on behalf of the Delhi leadership, trying to fix up appointments? These are hard facts, and these are authenticated to the extent that there is documentation, the DOJ report and the SEC summons to Mr. Adani. Why is the government silent on these 2 points? Please give me a direct answer. I won't interrupt you.
And what does the BJP spokesperson say in response?
Raddeep Sardesai ji, a very seasoned journalist, Vinamrata se now listen. Shame on you, Indira Gandhi. M.O. Mathai in his book, Reminiscences of the Nehru Age has written, I ended my 12-year relationship with Indira Gandhi when I saw her behind the curtain with another man. That man was Dhirendra Brahmachari. Shame on Pandit Nehru. Edwina
what is this got
Nehru.
to do?
Shame on Indira Gandhi for having an affair. It's no surprise that she comes from a party whose members think calling Sonia Gandhi a bartender is some big insult. Bhai, it's respectable to earn your money by waiting tables. That's way more respectable than taking help of a sex offender to help India. Because at the end, you've only brought shame to India. Now, another clarification here. I think the Congress linking the Epstein files to Indo-US trade deals is just irresponsible and baseless. But guess who was the champion of this insinuation? The same guy who called Sonia Gandhi a barmaid. This is what Swami tweeted about Puri before the Epstein file revelations. सबसे पहला accusation Swami जी ने ही लगाया था, even though he deleted his tweet later.
भाई मुझे माफ कर दो.
Dear Indian National Congress, you're taking your cue from a guy who said worse things about your own leadership. और कोई नहीं मिला था?
नहीं.
Surely we deserve better discourse than this. And if politicians are incapable of giving it to us, at least journalists should do their bit. Epstein got away time and again after abusing and molesting children. It's thanks to good public-spirited investigative journalism that the media was able to put pressure on authorities and asked for him to be jailed. Pressure was built. He went to jail. Everyone associated with him in any capacity had to say sorry or face an inquiry. That's what journos do. They hold people to account, and those who govern us and govern every aspect of our lives, they do need to be held accountable. We need to scrutinize them more carefully. This interview with Girdhar Das on Democracy Now! Really hits the nail on the head. He's talking about Larry Summer here, who was in the Obama administration. His name was in the Epstein files.
And I just want to say, I think this is really important for folks to understand. Larry Summers, former Treasury Secretary. These sound like fancy titles. Let me break it down for folks. When someone is a Treasury Secretary or someone is an economic advisor, as he was to Barack Obama when he was president, someone like Larry Summers is not simply crunching numbers. Someone like that is making decisions about how your family functions. Someone like that in that kind of position of power is making decisions about how your workplace operates. Someone in that kind of position of power is deciding so many things about your life. So when you see that that person has no problem with the sex abuse of children, when you see that someone like that is turning to a convicted sex offender for 9-year-old boy level dating advice and has actually such a feeble understanding of other human beings, these are the people making decisions. about your family's economic future. These are the people deciding whether to bail out corporations or homeowners after a financial crisis. These are the people governing your life. People who maybe have all the credentials, but have so little human judgment. So if you have lived in this economy over the last generation and have felt, who are these people governing me such that I have so much pain, such that all my needs go unmet? Well, it's because it's a bunch of people who wouldn't recognize a human being if it was sitting right across from them.
For the 100th time, भाई दोबारा clarify कर रहे हैं ताकि हम पे defamation ना हो जाए, हम पे FIR ना हो जाए. We're not saying that Puri should resign or that he's guilty. But dude, you're a minister. Show some humility, some sensitivity, and admit at least that you made a wrong judgment. That's it.
हम लोग मजे में हैं, समझ गए?
It's Valentine's Day today, and what better way to celebrate it than to show your love to independent media. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this episode. Do tell us what you thought of it. It's a little different from what we usually do. We thought we'll break down this whole issue. We'll break down why the media is not doing justice to this issue, and I hope you found that useful. Please tell us in the comments section what you thought of this episode. Please subscribe to News Laundry. Support independent media, because if you don't do it, no one will. And Valentine's Day is a great day to tell us how much you love us. We've just completed 14 years, and we have a very special campaign to tell you guys who all built News Laundry. More than anyone else, it's our subscribers who've built News Laundry.
I'm Debashri. I believe in the power of conversations. I built News Laundry.
I'm Atif Adam. I'm a health researcher and a proud father, and I built News Laundry.
I'm Sushi. I love traveling to new places and trying out new things. I built News Laundry.
I am Nishchay Dave. I'm an Indian citizen and a marketeer, and I built News Laundry.
I'm Gagan. I like fit people and a happy world, and I built News Laundry.
I helped build News Laundry.
I helped build News Laundry.
I built News Laundry.
I built News Laundry.
I built News Laundry.
I built News Laundry.
Thanks to our subscribers, we've been going on for 14 long years without any advertisements, without any help from government ads or ads from corporations. Completely 100% Shuddh Desi Ghee ad-free news hum aap tak la rahe hain because we are supported by you guys. So please continue to do that. Scan this QR code on your screens right now. Choose an amount that's convenient to you and back independent media. Thank you so much for watching this episode. We'll be back next week. Until then, stay mad. That's the only way.